Thanks a lot for dropping by. We're going to make farro today. This is a straightforward 101 how to make farro. It's very simple. I'll tell you, I have tried many methods over the years, the steaming, the instant potting, the baking in the oven, all of those versions that are out there, and quite honestly they have been very unsuccessful for me. But I'm going to show you one of the easiest recipes to make straightforward 101 farro. And once you have seen this, maybe you'll feel like making farro more often. So let's get started. This is farro. It's also called emmer wheat. It's an ancient grain. It has been found in Pharaoh's tombs. The Roman soldiers ate it. It's now a very popular grain in Italy, and it has been for many years. But they use it for casseroles and soups, in salads. It's a very versatile grain. I would describe it as being between barley and rice, like a whole grain rice. It has a very nutty texture and flavor to it, and I really enjoy using it in many different ways. It has a little less gluten in it than regular wheat, but that doesn't mean that someone who has gluten issues should eat it. It's just lower in gluten, and it is high in protein, high in complex carbohydrates. It's almost like one of those perfect foods. So I'm going to show you what the next step is, and we'll get started, okay? Now I have 3/4 cup of the farro in a strainer, and I'm going to just give it a good rinse with cold water, and once I've done that I will bring you back for the next step. Okay, I have my water at a nice rolling boil, and I'm going to put, this is about 3 quarts of water in here. I'm going to put about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt in there, and I'm going to add my rinsed farro. Just as simple as that. I'm going to stir it in. I'm not going to use a lid. If you use a lid, you'll have a possibility of it boiling over, but I am going to turn it down to just where it's going to be a nice, simmer. And I am going to let this cook. It's just like cooking pasta. This is exactly what you're doing. It's just like cooking pasta. I'm going to let this really come up to a boil. I kind of turned it down just a little prematurely there. And I'm going to set my timer for about 17 minutes. And it really is a matter of you going in there and taking a couple of these grains and deciding whether or not you like the texture. It should be al dente. It should be chewy. I'm trying to think of another word that you might use, but the one that you want to use is, oh, I like this texture. So, it's really just a matter of preference, but I would say start checking it at 17 to 18 minutes. Generally, the way we like it is just about 18 minutes. And when this is done and you are ready to stop the cooking, you're going to strain it in a colander just like you would spaghetti, but you're going to rinse it in cold water, and that will stop that cooking process so it doesn't break down. It doesn't break down too much more. Okay, so that's it. It's really starting to boil now. I'm going to set my timer for 17 minutes, and once I have it cooked and I have it strained, we'll be back. Okay, so I have cooked some up here. I started, just for a demonstration, this is a 1/4 cup of the uncooked farro, and this is the cooked farro. It went to 3/4 cup. So you get a pretty good amount after you cooked it. And I'm going to try to bring some of this up so you can see it. I think it reminds me a lot of cooked barley. I'm hoping that's not too blurry and you can see that. Yeah, there you go. It's very nutty. It's very chewy, very satisfying. I think it's really a great grain that we should explore. So now you know how to cook farro. Isn't it easy? All those methods of steaming and baking and the Instant Pot and all those things, this really is the best. Just throw it in some boiling water, a little tiny bit of salt, cook it like pasta, and you'll be a farro expert. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you later. Bye-bye.